Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 18th episode of Macross Delta. And last episode, we had talks of infiltrating Voldor, I think the planet was called, and we had some amazing, performance broadcasting stuff, like, we saw holograms coming out of screens and stuff, and just wonderful, amazing, singing and dancing and poking and stuff. It was great. I quite liked all of that stuff, so we'll see what we do in this episode, so let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, Voldor. Yeah, this is infiltrating, yeah. Is it a bad day for rain? Ah, okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I remember how things went the last time we came here. Let's be careful, guys. That is true. That name was... How? Well, this got more risky all of a sudden. Be careful, everyone. Macross Delta. When a girl says squeeze me, it's hard to say no to that kind of offer. I really do love the thumbs up they have in the opening. I just love thumbs up in anime. Probably not. About what I expected him to say. The cat ear helmets. It makes sense, it's just funny to see. Okay. Well, you made a very loud sound. Okay. Hopefully mechs are waterproof. I imagine they are. Is it though? Well, I'll do that then. These two. Yeah, that was one thing I did forget to mention in the intro. Eventually. Definitely true. In some ways, rain would make it easier to infiltrate because there's a lot of sound around, so the sound of you would be less noticeable. That apparently struck a nerve. Okay, well, it doesn't help if you step on twigs. That's still fairly loud. uh, that's probably not good. Uh, so how is this gonna end? Apparently, I guess I'm not. He told me to go home, so I guess I'll go home. I mean, are we gonna become friends over here? This certainly went in a certain direction. This is an infiltration mission, right? Would you like apple? Yeah, you were not gonna believe what she's doing right now. What? What? That sounds like quite the story. Calm down, Hayate. We're just chatting. Would you like an apple, Hayate? We're all having a good time here. No need to whip out guns. Stuff. I don't think he expected that answer. Earth's not so bad. Is that picture moving? Like an animated GIF picture. As she glances at Hayate. I agree. For sure. Make the most out of that life. Rune lights up. Much less excitement on their end. About halfway through. That wind. Does it make you want to sing? Well, there we go. Apparently it did. You can probably see her skirt from that angle. Wow, her hair is long. Yeah, you're kind of activating the runes. Somebody else is singing. Or you can just listen. Never interrupt Walkude while she's singing. Man, that voice. I can almost feel it piercing my soul. Would expect nothing less. Some of these names are just so hard to pronounce or remember, or both. Yeah, that probably rings a bell. To a we're Marion. And for you. And you. And you. As our rune goes wild. Not to see them both so filled with conviction. Considering how last episode ended, you know? Here we go. Ah, just moving on over there. I don't think I messed with the mic. I bumped the pop filter, but it should be fine. Holding hands as they change outfits. Yep. Kashim. I might actually remember his name now. You watch your mouth, boy. Oh. Somebody want to help? Like Hayate, you want to help? There we go. Don't scare me like that. Somebody just kill this guy, please. I've been asking for that for like a dozen episodes, I think. Nani? Yeah, you can feel that Freya singing in you. I know it. It gets you pumped up. Break me, feel me. Just some of the lyrics, you know, just there's something. Ah, getting pretty close. Could you imagine if they actually accidentally bumped into each other and just crashed? That would be hilarious. Like, it's cool when they almost hit each other, but if they actually did, it would be pretty funny. Now we have some evil singing. An Aurora Borealis. Uh, yeah, it's not good. I didn't want to hear that, but yeah, looks like it. Put your clothes back on, sir. Nobody asked you to undress. But seriously, what exactly is happening? Uh... Don't ask me. I'm not an expert on all this singing, runes, protoculture, mechanics, and stuff. Go get him, Hayate. Go stab him, shoot him, kick him. All of the above. Yeah, bring him back to singing. We're not gonna give up. Man, even the waves. What an epic conflict we have here. As it should. Oh. Oh my god. Man, these visuals. Yeah, get him. Ah! Yeah, these visuals are just insane. I'm not sure they all are doing, but they all look cool. Are you okay, Mikumo? Some kind of experimentation there. Hayate, keep it together. As best you can. Oof. How bold. Oof. So why did we power it down? We were about to get him. I see. So what is happening now? Like, this is so chaotic, it's hard to tell what's even going on anymore. They weren't those close. Mikumo's the most powerful singer, that's my takeaway from this. Jeez. Did we just break the runes? Crash. I guess that's the end of it. That's the end of that episode. Hopefully I'm not the only one that had a bit of difficulty following exactly what was happening there. But interesting thing we have here. I mean, this is ED, I'll take it. Very much Mikumo focused. Attention, just have a Mikumo music video. Eternal songs. Okay. Well, that was the 18th episode of Macross Delta. And not exactly sure what to say on this one. Like, we're on the we infiltrated the planet, right? That was our plan from last episode, and now we're fully doing that, right? And we're continuing to get more Windermere conflicts, like just amongst themselves, right? We're not all quite on the same page. There's some disagreements and stuff. Especially notable this episode with Kashim, I think his name was. You know, he's not fully on board with some of the stuff we're doing, but you know, what's his face is all like, yeah, we're in war, so sacrifices, you know, that was essentially his argument. You know, he says, if you don't like it, then go home and pick apples or whatever you people do. And then he just turned around and left. I mean, he didn't like leave, but he left that scene, you know, to kind of like think about some stuff. Because I think he has lots of resolve in his head about how to move forward. And next time he became relevant was when Freya ran into him, right? And, you know, we just had kind of like a somewhat friendly chat, you know? Wasn't quite the prisoner of war sort of scenario that you would usually get in that sort of situation. We just like, hey, you know, fellow Windermerian, you know, we're all brethren. How's it going, you know? Let's talk about stuff that happens on our planet, you know? Let's be buddy, you know? It was a fairly friendly kind of atmosphere we had there. And Hayate comes in at some point, you know, with his gun, but Kashin put a stop to that really quick and just had him join our little discussion. So, I mean, we're still like, we're still on opposite sides, you know. It was almost like a temporary sort of ceasefire conversation thing, and then we both went back to our respective sides and battled each other, you know. But, you know, it just goes to show, like, especially to Hayate and stuff, that, you know, Windermere, that they're not like all on the same page. Like they're not all gung ho for their current strategy, right? So hopefully we can put an end to this war sooner rather than later. All we can really do is continue to battle, continue to sing, and hope for the best, essentially. And they once again brought up the short lifespan thing. They brought that up a lot lately, and it is a big issue. You know, Windermere person doesn't live very long, wants to be together with a human, which seems to be where we're going with the whole Hayate Freya thing, you know, them being a romantic couple. But if there's that big of a difference in lifespan, you know, one could say that that's not a very good idea to have that sort of thing, right? You know, it's a lot like having a really huge age gap relationship, you know, except probably even more extreme than that. So, definitely something to think about for sure. I mean, some anime have also brought that up, like with Kobayashi Maid Dragon, you know, Toru being a dragon, Kobayashi being a human. Even if they get together, she'll die way, way before she does. So, it's something to think about for sure. Something you have to really make sure you're okay with before you jump into that. And then after we got into that, we got into essentially the singing rune war aerial pilot battle thingy. That's what I would call it. Right, because first we have Mikumo singing, and then we have everyone else singing. You know, we got some Freya singing. We have the king, prince, king, whatever he is now, singing as well. And then Mikumo singing again solo, like bunch of powerful wind waves and stuff all flying around. We had some sort of thing between Freya and Hayate going where it looked like she was really powering him up, but also we saw the veins and stuff. So. Somebody tackled Freya, so apparently there was something not so great going on there. I don't fully understand what was happening. You know, was she just doing too much to Hayate? Because we saw like a big old orange sparkly trail of power, I think, going from Freya to Hayate, right? Which was, you know, I assume was just like powering him up essentially. But was that not a good thing? Was it too much? Like, I don't know. I don't fully understand everything that was going on here. It was so chaotic. But yeah, I think it was Kaname that tackled her. I mean, we did see some kind of dead eyes almost with her, and then we transitioned over to Hayate, who's got a pretty serious face and the usual crawly veins and stuff. But I don't know. I just assumed that was like the VAR syndrome stuff that we were barely keeping at bay with our Walquita singing. But I don't know. It's very confusing stuff. But I guess it was too much. I don't know. She tackled it for a reason, so I'll just assume that's her judgment was right there. But yeah, Mikumo. I mean, Mikumo was the last one to sing. She didn't like die or anything at the end there, did she? Like, she sang and then she kind of like deflated a bit and collapsed. But I just assumed she was unconscious. But then we saw a plane crash. Actually, I'm not even sure whose plane that was, but like. The reason I wondered about that is because we had like an ED that was focused on Mikumo. Almost like the kind of thing you would do after a character died, but I don't think she died. You know, there's still a lot of mystery we don't know about her. We even saw one shot of what looked like her... Well, was from her perspective, her POV. But like she was laying on a table with a bunch of like scientists, doctor people above her. Almost like you get in any kind of human experimentation sort of scene. So again, kind of giving more hints about some stuff going on with her. We still don't fully understand a lot about her, but definitely continuing to give us kind of hints, right? But man, was that a hectic, chaotic, visually breathtaking scene. That whole battle thing. And the amazing singing, of course. Like, it was great. I didn't fully understand what was going on, but it was great. That's what matters. And I guess we'll see where what happens in the next episode. So, until then, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.